Imagine standing among billions of human beings on the day of judgment. The sun has been brought close. Fear fills every heart. Prophets stand among their nations. Kings stand beside beggars. The powerful stand beside the forgotten. Every soul is waiting. Every soul is terrified. And then, in the middle of that unimaginable gathering, Allah calls one servant near him. Not an angel, not a messenger, a servant, a human being. Someone who once walked this earth exactly as you do now. Someone who had struggles. Someone who had weaknesses. Someone who made mistakes. And yet Allah calls him close. Think about that. Out of billions of people standing in fear, one servant is brought near his Lord. Why? What did he do? And what happens during that conversation that every believer hopes will happen to them? Stay with me until the end, because the answer is not only about that servant, it may be about you. And if reminders like this strengthen your faith and prepare your heart for the hereafter, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to OneQuranicVerse, and join us as we reflect on realities that will matter long after this world has passed away. The Day of Judgment is not a story. It is not a symbol. It is not a possibility. It is your future. One day, every person listening to these words will stand there, the child, the parent, the wealthy, the poor, the healthy, the sick, the person who feels prepared, the person who thinks they have more time, everyone. And somewhere in that gathering stands the servant Allah calls close. At first, we might imagine this servant was perfect. Perhaps he never sinned. Perhaps he never failed. Perhaps he never disappointed Allah. But what if the truth is far more beautiful than that? What if the servant Allah brings near is not someone who never fell, but someone who never stopped returning? Imagine the gathering around him, billions waiting, billions watching, the earth transformed, the sky changed, the mountains gone, the oceans overflowing. Everything Allah promised has become reality. People who laughed at the hereafter now believe in it completely, but belief no longer benefits them. The test has ended. Results are being revealed. Every soul waits for its record. Every soul fears what is written. Then the books are distributed. Some receive their record in their right hand. Their faces shine. Their hearts overflow with relief. Others receive it in their left hand. Their faces darken. Regret crushes them before punishment even begins. Now imagine opening your own record, page after page, year after year, childhood, teenage years, adulthood, every moment preserved, the conversations you forgot, the opportunities you ignored, the promises you broke, the prayers you rushed, the prayers you cried through, everything recorded perfectly, nothing missing, nothing lost, and standing somewhere in that crowd is still that servant Allah calls close. Then his moment arrives. Allah draws him near, closer, closer, until he stands alone before his Lord. No audience, no humiliation, no exposure before creation. Allah places his screen over him. Think about that mercy. Even on the day when secrets are exposed, Allah protects his servant. Then Allah begins asking him, "Do you remember this sin?" The servant lowers his head. "Yes, my Lord." "Do you remember this mistake?" "Yes, my Lord." "Do you remember what you did on that day?" "Yes, my Lord." One sin, then another, then another. Moments nobody else knew. Moments hidden from family, hidden from friends, hidden from society, but never hidden from Allah. The servant recognizes every one of them. His fear grows. His heart sinks. He becomes convinced he is ruined. Imagine being in his place. Imagine remembering every prayer you delayed because you were busy, every blessing you took for granted, every opportunity to do good that you ignored, every private sin, every careless word, every moment of weakness. Imagine standing before Allah, knowing there is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, no excuse left. The servant becomes certain that destruction awaits him. Then Allah says words that change everything. I concealed them for you in the dunya, and today I forgive you. Forgive you. Imagine hearing those words. Imagine carrying guilt for years. Imagine remembering mistakes that still hurt your heart. Imagine wondering whether Allah accepted your repentance. Then hearing your Lord say that you are forgiven. At that moment, every fear disappears. Every regret loses its weight. Every sleepless night becomes worth it. Every tear of repentance becomes worth it. Every sincere dua becomes worth it. The servant realizes something beautiful. Allah was more merciful to him than he ever imagined. And perhaps that is the lesson many people watching need right now. Some people carry old sins like chains. Years later, they still feel trapped by them, still haunted by them, still ashamed of them. But Shaitan wants people to focus on their past. Allah wants them to focus on returning. The servant Allah forgives on Judgment Day is not necessarily the servant who never sinned. It may be the servant who never stopped coming back. Every time he fell, he returned. Every time he drifted away, he returned. Every time Shaitan whispered that there was no hope, he returned. Again, and again, and again. That is the beauty of repentance. Allah does not ask you to be perfect. Allah asks you to be sincere. Now imagine something else. Imagine your final day in this world, not someone else's, yours. You wake up, you check your phone, you answer messages, you make plans. You think tomorrow is guaranteed, but Allah has already written otherwise. Hours later, your soul is called back. Your family gathers around your body. People begin crying. People begin praying. People begin speaking about you in the past tense. He was. She was. For the first time in your life, your story in this world has ended. Yet the world keeps moving. Cars continue driving. Stores continue opening. People continue scrolling. News continues updating. Life continues, but not for you. You are being carried to your grave. Imagine it. The people you love most are carrying you. Then they lower you into the earth. The sky disappears. The grave closes. The voices become quieter. The footsteps become distant. Then complete silence. A silence unlike anything you have ever experienced. For the first time since your birth, nobody can help you. Nobody can answer you. Nobody can defend you. The phone that once connected you to thousands cannot bring you a single message beneath the soil. The money that consumed your thoughts cannot buy a single extra breath. The status you chased cannot light the darkness around you. Only your deeds remain. Only your faith remains. Only your relationship with Allah remains. And one day that grave opens again. One day you rise. One day you stand among billions. One day you wait for judgment. One day you hope for mercy. One day you dream of hearing the words that servant heard. I concealed them for you in the dunya, and today I forgive you. Can you imagine anything more beautiful? Can you imagine any success greater than that? Not wealth, not fame, not power, not status. Nothing compares. Because on that day, forgiveness is victory. Mercy is victory. Allah's pleasure is victory. As this reminder comes to an end, imagine one final scene. The gathering is ending. The records have been opened. The scales have spoken. The truth is clear. And suddenly, you realize something. The servant Allah called close was never placed in this story only for admiration. It was placed in this story as a mirror, a reminder, a possibility. Because perhaps the servant Allah forgives on Judgment Day is not someone who never sinned. Perhaps it is someone who never stopped returning, someone who kept repenting, someone who kept trying, someone who refused to give up on Allah's mercy. And maybe, just maybe, that servant could be you. If this reminder touched your heart, write in the comments, Ya Allah, let me be among those you forgive. Share this video with someone you care about. A single reminder can change a heart. A single share can become a source of reward waiting for you when you need it most. And if you want more reminders that strengthen faith and prepare the soul for the day we will all stand before Allah, subscribe to OneQuranicVerse and stay connected. Because one day the soul listening to these words right now will stand before its Creator, and on that day nothing will matter more than hearing the words every believer longs to hear. I concealed them for you in the dunya, and today I forgive you.